Welcome, fellow travelers, to an epic journey through time and space. Our adventure spans billions of years, from the fiery birth of a planet to the rise of a civilization. We'll witness cosmic events of unimaginable power, the slow dance of continents, and the relentless march of evolution. Our story is one of hardship and triumph, of extinction and adaptation, a testament to the enduring spirit of life itself. We begin with a simple question: how did we get here? How did this pale blue dot, adrift in the vastness of space, become our home? It's a story written over eons, a narrative of change and transformation that continues to unfold even today. So fasten your seatbelts and prepare to journey through time. We're about to embark on an exploration of epic proportions, a grand tour of the history of Earth and the rise of humanity. Get ready to be amazed, to be challenged, and to see our world in a whole new light. This is our story. Our journey begins in chaos, in the heart of a swirling cloud of dust and gas. This is where our story truly begins, in the crucible of a dying star, where the seeds of our solar system were sown. At its center, a star ignited, our very own sun, bathing the surrounding disk in light and heat. This was the birth of our solar system. Out of this maelstrom, our Earth emerged, a young and volatile planet still bearing the scars of its formation. But within this fiery crucible, the stage was being set for a miracle. Our journey is just beginning, and the best is yet to come. Our nascent Earth was a world of fire and fury. The Hadean Eon, aptly named after the underworld of Greek mythology, was a time of unimaginable heat and violence. Imagine a landscape dominated by volcanoes spewing lava, their fiery plumes painting the sky in hues of orange and red. Through this turbulent atmosphere, asteroids and comets bombarded the Earth relentlessly. These cosmic missiles crashed into the young planet, generating immense heat and reshaping its surface. Amidst this chaos, a profound transformation was taking place. As Earth cooled, a crust began to form on its surface. This separation of elements led to the formation of Earth's magnetic field, a protective shield. As the Hadean Eon gave way to the Archean, Earth began to cool. The relentless bombardment from space gradually subsided, allowing the planet's surface to solidify further. From the fiery chaos, a new landscape emerged, one shaped by volcanic activity and the relentless forces of erosion. Vast plains of volcanic rock stretched across the surface, punctuated by towering volcanoes and craters left by ancient impacts. But the most dramatic transformation was yet to come. As Earth continued to cool, water vapor in the atmosphere condensed, forming massive storm clouds that blanketed the sky. Torrential rains, unlike anything we can imagine today, lashed the planet for millennia. These rains filled the lowlands, carving out riverbeds and forming the first oceans. The emergence of these vast oceans, shimmering blue under the young sun, was a pivotal moment in Earth's history. Water, the lifeblood of our planet, had finally taken center stage. These early oceans, though still hot and acidic compared to today's, were teeming with dissolved minerals and gases, a rich primordial soup that held the potential for life. The very continents themselves were in constant flux. Driven by the heat churning within the Earth's mantle, massive plates of rock, the tectonic plates, began to shift and collide. These collisions thrust up mountain ranges, while the areas where plates pulled apart created deep ocean trenches. This dance of the continents, a slow and relentless ballet, would continue to shape the face of our planet for billions of years to come. The stage was set for life, but how did it arise from lifeless rock and water? The spark of Genesis remains one of science's greatest mysteries. Within those early oceans, something extraordinary occurred. The building blocks of life began to self-assemble. Imagine a world bathed in the faint glow of the young sun. Near volcanic vents, simple organic molecules began to form. These molecules held the potential to create life. Driven by chemistry and energy, they interacted and combined. Some combinations proved stable, replicating and increasing in complexity. The first self-replicating molecules emerged, ancestors of all life. These primitive life forms could reproduce and pass on genetic information. The curtain rose on a new act in Earth's story. The planet was now a living world teeming with potential. Life, once a fragile spark in the primordial soup, was about to change the fate of our planet forever. Imagine a world shrouded in volcanic gases, its oceans teeming with microscopic life. This revolution began with a simple yet profound innovation: photosynthesis. This process released a byproduct that would have a profound impact on the planet: oxygen. Oxygen began to accumulate in the atmosphere, transforming the very air we breathe. It paved the way for the evolution of more complex life forms. The rise of oxygen was not without its challenges. For many early life forms, oxygen was toxic. The very gas that allowed for the evolution of complex life also spelled doom for many of those early organisms. They were relegated to oxygen-deprived environments, such as deep sea vents and the depths of sediments, where their descendants still thrive today. But for those organisms that could adapt to this new oxygen-rich world, the possibilities were endless. Oxygen allowed for the development of aerobic respiration, a process that unlocked far more energy from food than anaerobic respiration. This energy surplus fueled the evolution of larger, more complex cells, paving the way for the emergence of multicellular life. The atmosphere itself was undergoing a dramatic transformation. The oxygen reacted with methane, a potent greenhouse gas, causing global temperatures to plummet. This triggered a series of ice ages, some so severe that they encased the entire planet in ice, a period known as Snowball Earth. These icy episodes, though harsh, played a crucial role in shaping the evolution of life. They acted as a selective pressure, favoring organisms that could survive in extreme conditions, and driving further diversification. As the ice retreated, life rebounded with a vengeance. The stage was set for one of the most dramatic chapters in the history of life on Earth, the Cambrian explosion. This period, marked by an unprecedented burst of evolutionary innovation, saw the emergence of most of the major animal groups we know today. The transition from single-celled organisms to multicellular life was a profound leap in complexity, one of the most significant events in the history of life. Imagine a world populated solely by microscopic life forms, each cell living a solitary existence. Now imagine those cells coming together, cooperating and specializing to form larger, more complex organisms. How this transition occurred is still a subject of scientific debate, but we know it happened multiple times in different lineages. One theory suggests that single-celled organisms began to form colonies, groups of cells living together for mutual benefit. Over time, these colonies became more integrated, with cells specializing in different tasks, eventually leading to true multicellular organisms. This newfound complexity opened up a world of possibilities. Multicellular organisms could grow larger, exploit new niches, and develop specialized tissues and organs. They could move more efficiently, sense their environment in greater detail, and protect themselves more effectively from predators. The fossil record tells a story of increasing complexity, from the simple frond-like forms of the Ediacaran period to the bizarre and diverse creatures of the Cambrian. Life was experimenting with new body plans, new ways of moving, and new ways of interacting with the environment. This period of rapid evolution, driven by the forces of natural selection and the opportunities presented by a changing planet, laid the foundation for the incredible diversity of life we see today. The Cambrian period, around 541 million years ago, marked a turning point in life's history. Oceans teemed with complex life forms. This was the Cambrian explosion, a period of unparalleled evolutionary innovation. Creatures evolved hard shells and sophisticated sensory organs. The Burgess Shale fossils provide a stunning glimpse into this world. Opabinia, with its 5 eyes and a grasping proboscis, and Anomalocaris, a predator with large stalked eyes. The Cambrian explosion set the stage for the incredible diversity of life today. Fast forward through eons past the reign of dinosaurs and the rise of mammals. In Africa, the seeds of our lineage were sown. Imagine a world bathed in the warm glow of the African sun. High in the canopy, primates swing effortlessly, their lives intertwined with the forest. These are our distant ancestors, the early primates. Life in the trees favored agility, sharp eyesight, and intellect. But the earth was restless, and change was inevitable. As forests gave way to grasslands, our ancestors faced a choice: adapt or perish. Some ventured onto the savanna, a pivotal moment in human evolution. The open grasslands set the stage for a new kind of primate, one that would walk upright and explore new horizons. On the African savanna, a new chapter in the story of life was about to be written. Imagine primates venturing cautiously into the tall grasses. The sun beats down and predators lurk in the shadows. These pioneers, driven by the need to find food, embark on a journey. Walking upright became essential for survival. Their hands could gather food, create tools, and care for young. Their brains expanded, driven by the need to process information. The fossil record tells a tale of adaptation and innovation. From Ardipithecus to Homo erectus, each generation honed traits. They developed larger brains, sophisticated tools, and controlled fire. These early humans lived in groups, sharing food and raising young. Cooperation and empathy laid the foundation for social structures. As the millennia passed, our ancestors continued to evolve and diversify. They migrated out of Africa, spreading across the globe and adapting to a dazzling array of environments. From the frigid Arctic to the sweltering tropics, from dense forests to arid deserts, humans proved to be masters of adaptation, their ingenuity and resilience knowing no bounds. Imagine the challenges faced by those who ventured into colder climates. They developed clothing, shelter, and hunting techniques suited to their new environment. They learned to cooperate in larger groups, sharing resources and knowledge to survive the harsh winters. Their skin, once dark to protect them from the equatorial sun, gradually lightened to allow for better absorption of vitamin D in regions with less sunlight. In other parts of the world, humans encountered different challenges and developed different solutions. They learned to navigate vast oceans, settling on remote islands, and building boats capable of traversing treacherous seas. They domesticated plants and animals, revolutionizing their relationship with nature and paving the way for the development of agriculture. This ability to adapt, to innovate, and to thrive in diverse environments is a testament to the remarkable flexibility of the human species. It is a story of ingenuity, resilience, and an unquenchable thirst for exploration and discovery. Around 70,000 years ago, a spark of consciousness ignited human potential. This was the cognitive revolution, a period of rapid neurological development. Abstract thought burst into a roaring fire. Humans developed language, sharing complex ideas and stories. They created art, expressing their creativity and connection to the world. This cognitive leap was a rewiring of the human mind. It allowed us to perceive the world in new ways and reshape our environment. With language came cooperation, planning, and passing on knowledge. Humans developed complex societies with hierarchies and shared beliefs. They built cities, established trade networks, and waged wars. This cognitive revolution set humanity on a unique trajectory. It was the dawn of civilization and the start of an extraordinary journey. As the last ice age receded, humanity stood poised on the brink of a new era. Imagine the Fertile Crescent, where the seeds of civilization were sown. The Nile, a life-giving artery, became the catalyst for one of the world's first great civilizations. Its waters, swollen by monsoon rains, would flood the plains, depositing rich silt. This bounty allowed for the development of agriculture, freeing humans from nomadic life. With agriculture came surplus, and with surplus came specialization. Some became artisans, crafting tools, pottery, and jewelry. The ancient Egyptians built towering pyramids, colossal temples, and intricate irrigation systems. From the banks of the Nile, the flame of civilization spread, igniting a chain reaction of innovation and empire building that would shape the course of human history. Imagine the bustling streets of ancient cities like Babylon, Athens, and Rome, where ideas flowed as freely as goods and people. In Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, the Sumerians developed the world's first writing system, cuneiform, etching their stories and knowledge onto clay tablets. They built ziggurats, towering temples that reached towards the heavens, and developed complex systems of law and governance. The Babylonians, inheriting this legacy, produced Hammurabi's Code, one of the earliest known sets of written laws, a testament to their evolving sense of justice and social order. Across the Mediterranean Sea, the ancient Greeks gave birth to democracy, philosophy, and a flowering of art and literature that would inspire generations to come. From the marble temples of Athens to the philosophical treatises of Socrates and Plato, the Greeks pushed the boundaries of human thought and creativity, their legacy echoing through the ages. The Romans, masters of engineering and military strategy, built a vast empire that stretched from the British Isles to the Middle East. Their roads, aqueducts, and monumental architecture, still standing as testaments to their ingenuity, connected distant lands and facilitated the flow of goods, ideas, and people. The Roman legal system, with its emphasis on justice and order, laid the foundation for legal systems across the globe. For centuries, the known world remained fragmented, a tapestry of empires and civilizations separated by vast oceans and uncharted territories. But the human spirit, ever curious, ever driven to explore the unknown, could not be contained. Imagine the bustling ports of Lisbon, Seville, and London, alive with the spirit of adventure, where intrepid explorers set sail into the vast unknown. Driven by a thirst for knowledge, wealth, and glory, European explorers embarked on daring voyages that would redraw the map of the world. Christopher Columbus, seeking a western route to the Indies, stumbled upon the Americas, a continent unknown to Europeans, igniting an age of exploration and conquest that would have profound consequences. Vasco da Gama, rounding the Cape of Good Hope, forged a sea route to India, connecting east and west and ushering in an era of global trade. Ferdinand Magellan's expedition, circumnavigating the globe, proved definitively that the Earth was round and expanded the horizons of human understanding. These voyages of discovery, while fueled by ambition and often marred by exploitation, ushered in an unprecedented era of global exchange. New plants, animals, and ideas flowed between continents, enriching diets, transforming economies, and reshaping cultures. The world, once a patchwork of isolated regions, was becoming increasingly interconnected. As the world emerged from the Renaissance and the Enlightenment, a new era was dawning. The Industrial Revolution brought unprecedented technological innovation. Inventions like the spinning jenny and steam engine revolutionized production. Factories sprang up, cities grew, and communication shrank distances. Electricity transformed daily life, fueling further innovation. The internal combustion engine gave birth to the automobile. Yet pollution and exploitation marked this progress. The natural world was increasingly exploited, but innovation soared. Scientists made groundbreaking discoveries, expanding our understanding. The machine age irrevocably altered human history, setting the stage for today. The 20th century dawned with humanity on the cusp of a new millennium, a world increasingly interconnected, yet riven by conflict and ideological divides. Imagine the roar of airplanes soaring across previously insurmountable distances, the crackle of radio waves carrying news and entertainment to every corner of the globe. The world was shrinking, not literally of course, but in the way people perceived it, in the way ideas, goods, and even conflicts transcended geographical boundaries. Two world wars, devastating in their scale and brutality, shook the very foundations of civilization. Yet, from the ashes of these conflicts, emerged a renewed determination to forge a more peaceful and interconnected world. The formation of the United Nations, a global body dedicated to promoting cooperation and resolving disputes, embodied this aspiration, however imperfectly realized. Technological advancements continued at a breathtaking pace. The development of antibiotics revolutionized medicine, saving countless lives from previously deadly infections. The jet engine ushered in an era of mass air travel, making the world feel even smaller. Television brought moving images into homes, creating a shared cultural experience for millions. As the decades passed, the world witnessed the rise of new superpowers, the collapse of empires, and a growing awareness of the interconnectedness of global challenges. The Cold War, a nuclear standoff between the United States and the Soviet Union, cast a long shadow over the latter half of the century, a stark reminder of the fragility of peace in the nuclear age. As the 20th century drew to a close, a new revolution was brewing, one that would transform the world in ways few could have imagined. Imagine a world where information, once confined to libraries and archives, could be accessed instantly from anywhere with an internet connection. This was the digital revolution, a technological tsunami that would reshape communication, commerce, and even the very fabric of human interaction. The invention of the microchip, a marvel of miniaturization, laid the foundation for the personal computer, a device that would soon become ubiquitous in homes and workplaces around the world. The internet, once a niche network used primarily by academics and researchers, exploded in popularity, connecting billions of people and creating entirely new ways to communicate, share information, and conduct business. Social media platforms emerged, connecting people across continents and blurring the lines between the physical and digital worlds. Information, once carefully curated by gatekeepers like newspapers and television networks, flowed freely and instantaneously, empowering individuals and challenging traditional hierarchies of power. The digital revolution, like revolutions before it, brought both progress and peril. It democratized information, connected people in unprecedented ways, and fueled innovation across countless industries. Yet it also raised concerns about privacy, the spread of misinformation, and the potential for technology to exacerbate existing inequalities. As the 21st century unfolds, humanity faces a daunting array of challenges, many of our own making. Imagine a world grappling with the consequences of its own success, a planet straining under the weight of its burgeoning human population and the insatiable demands of a consumer-driven society. Climate change, driven by the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, poses an existential threat to human civilization and the countless species with which we share this planet. Rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and mass extinctions are no longer distant threats but present realities. Resource depletion, pollution, and habitat loss are pushing ecosystems to the brink of collapse. The very systems upon which we depend for survival, clean air, fresh water, fertile soil, are being degraded at an alarming rate. Social and economic inequalities continue to widen, fueling unrest and instability. Access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunity remains unevenly distributed, creating a world where privilege and poverty often seem predetermined by the circumstances of one's birth. Yet, amidst these challenges, there is hope. The same ingenuity and spirit of cooperation that have driven human progress throughout history can be harnessed to address these pressing issues. The transition to renewable energy, the development of sustainable technologies, and the promotion of social justice are not merely aspirations but imperatives for our collective survival. As we stand at this crossroads in human history, the path forward remains uncertain. Imagine a world grappling with its own complexity, a world where technological advancements outpace our ability to fully comprehend their consequences, where the choices we make today will determine the fate of generations to come. Will we rise to the challenge, harnessing our collective wisdom and ingenuity to create a more just and sustainable future? Or will we succumb to the forces of division, greed, and short-sightedness, leaving behind a planet depleted of its resources and scarred by our actions? The answers to these questions lie within each of us. We are all inheritors of this epic journey, from the fiery chaos of Earth's formation to the digital age and beyond. We are all connected, not just by our shared humanity but by our dependence on this fragile planet we call home. The future is not predetermined, it is a story yet to be written, a story that will be shaped by the choices we make, the actions we take, and the values we embrace. The journey continues, and the next chapter is ours to write. Our journey through time concludes here, but the narrative of Earth and humanity is far from over. Every breath, every touch, every thought is a testament to the extraordinary saga we've explored. The atoms that constitute your being were forged in distant stars and drawn together by gravity. You are a product of the cosmos, a living embodiment of cosmic evolution. From Earth's fiery birth to the emergence of life, from dinosaurs to humanity, our planet has been a stage of adaptation and evolution. Mass extinctions paved the way for new life. Continents drifted, forming mountains and ocean basins. Life thrived in every environment, from oceans to mountains, but the story doesn't end there. We humans have inherited an extraordinary legacy, etched in our being and the world around us. We are the culmination of billions of years of evolution. With this inheritance comes a responsibility to understand our place and shape a worthy future. As we stand at the precipice of a new era, the future stretches before us, a tapestry woven from both promise and uncertainty. The challenges we face are daunting, from climate change and resource depletion to social injustice. But we are also a species capable of extraordinary things, dreaming of touching the stars and unlocking the secrets of the universe. Within each of us lies the potential for greatness, the capacity for compassion, creativity, and innovation. The journey ahead will demand the best of us, a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths and embrace new ways of thinking. We are at a crossroads where the choices we make will determine the fate of generations to come. Will we chart a new course, embracing the interconnectedness of all life and safeguarding the planet for future generations? The answers to these questions lie not in the stars but within ourselves. The journey of Earth and humanity is far from over,